Hey BookTube, so today I'm coming to you with a video in which we just react to funny one-star reviews of books. Before we start, I'm not disrespecting people or excluding people because of what they think about a book. Your opinion is your opinion. All I'm here is to just react to the way in which you phrased your reviews and to the extremities that your emotions rose to. So yeah, let's get right into it. There's an entire Twitter account for these bizarre and weird reviews, and we will get to that, but first I want to read some articles. So many people have the opportunity to live interesting lives nowadays. Why would they stop to read a novel of this length about a bunch of fictional characters when they could be spending their time actually living their own lives? Obviously this is a debate. Why would you read into fictional stories when you could be spending your own life with actual people? And obviously there are a lot of good reasons for this. Otherwise, we just wouldn't be reading. But I think this is really funny, especially because War and Peace is a very long book. If you see Anna for $5 at your neighbor's garage sale, go ahead and buy it. Hollow it out and stash a handgun in there. Just don't read it. You haven't watched. This person is really mad. Oh my god. Oh my god. I highly recommend that you do not read this book, and please, for the love of God, don't read that boring Brave New World book by Huxley. And Aldous Huxley? It's Huxley, right? It is twice as worth as 1984. They have mathematically calculated it. They've run a lot of experiments, tested their hypothesis, and they've concluded that it is indeed worse than 1984. Hey, with 4 Ys, 3 of them unneeded. I had to read this book for school, and it was the worst thing I ever read. A worthless, good-for-nothing piece of junk. Actually, it's good for something. I took this book with me to rifle practice, and I shot at this instead of the target. I got busted, but hey, it was worth it. Mail me if you want a picture of my shooting. First off, I've never heard someone say mail me. Like, it's usually just email this to me or something like that. I've never heard anyone say mail me, but that's beside the point. I don't know. I mean, they found a practical way to use the book, and I need to commend them for that, you know? They didn't waste what they bought, I guess. Oh, I love the last few lines of this review. The story is exciting and full of action. ... More dots. I think it's exciting and full of action. Maybe, I don't know. I'm still on the board. I don't know if it's full of action or if it just has no action. I really don't know by this point. I'm gonna have to decide in the future. I'm so sorry. He doesn't know a thing about the 80s. Not once did he mention Def Leppard or Was it the book written in 1948, right? Somewhere in that time. It was written in the late 1940s, I'm pretty sure. Answer me this, or riddle me this. Can you read a book where the author describes a twig for 5 pages? And yes, this is an exaggeration, and I think that's really funny. I've read Lord of the Flies, and I don't remember it being that descriptive, but sure, if that's the vibe that the person got from it, I wholeheartedly agree. Now, I'm just gonna go to the Goodreads Bizarre Reviews. I actually submitted a funny review of a Jake Paul book that I found, and they actually did publish it, which was funny. And I've seen some of the tweets, and I know these are about to be really good. Okay, Little Woman by Louisa May Alcott. There are no actual little women in this book. All regular-sized women. Title is misleading. 0 out of 10. Would not read again. Apparently this person didn't learn about metaphor. Oh, this is mine. Oh, so they don't tweet that much, huh? Yes, I love this book. England is my city. It's everyday, bro. It's Team 10, bro. Only real lil haters be reading this literature. This book is reserved for those high IQs and watch Rick and Mort. I like The Virus more than this novel. Wow. And of course the heroine of the story and symbol of hope is a dog. I love how they say that as if it's like the last line of their argument. Like they said a really long, cohesive, understandable argument, the thesis statement, and many body paragraphs before that. And then their last point, their conclusion is, and of course the heroine is a dog. I am not sure about the author's view of typical thieves. Neil Green actually made a really interesting video about this recently, about like we're talking about how what authors write about and what their characters believe does not at all reflect what they believe in real life. And I definitely think it's a great video. I'll link it down below. I would definitely recommend watching it. The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. I rated it 1 star, by the way. I think it is a very nice book. I also think it is a very nice book. Silent Patient was not silent enough. Again, just like with Little Woman, there's a thing called metaphor, and it's very useful for authors. So, I'm a firm believer, as if, again, they had a lot of statements before this, and this is their final concluding one. I'm a firm believer that a telltale sign of a good book is the font. Large and curly, it is. The font is large and curly. Okay, I think there kind of is something to this, but not really. And it's just a stupid reason to rate it 1 star. Like, you didn't even talk about the book. It is a question of maturity. It's just saying. Good for small kid, boring for big like me kids. Right. This person went into a play knowing that it was based off a movie, and one half of the reason they docked off stars was because it was a play. I know everyone's supposed to love this book, but I just don't see what's so great about it. The character of the caterpillar is never properly developed, and he comes across as a one-dimensional parody of a larval form. The plot is dull and predictable, as is the language. I'm not thrilled by the artwork. If it weren't for the fact that George W. Bush praised Caterpillar so highly, I'd unhesitatingly call it vacuous, uninspired rubbish. I must be missing something, but what? You are reading a book meant for kids in an academic context. That is what you're missing. Okay, I think I came off really harsh, but I just had a lot of fun reading those reviews, and I hope you did as well. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like, comment down below. This was fun, and I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye.